Welcome back. A special milestone for Minnesota State women's basketball star Joey Batt over the weekend, hitting the 1,500-point
hmm
milestone. What does that really mean to you?
I think it just kind of proves a big thanks to all my teammates throughout the years and coach too for believing in me and kind of giving me the floor to be myself as a player out there. I mean, in high school, I was kind of used to being a creator as well, and being given that opportunity in college just means a lot to me too.
You started making an impact on this team right away as a freshman. How have you continued to get better every year, it seems, even though you've been playing at a high level
hmm
for a while now?
I definitely think it's like the phrase bigger, faster, stronger, just really focusing on getting more in the weight room, doing those drills to just keep me in shape and everything. Um, Definitely made an impact. I mean, as my freshman year, I was a little small, so it was kind of like I would kind of get beat out of spots and everything, and just kind of working on that and making that my focus in the off season has kind of raised my game.
Have you reflected at all just over the fact that you kind of keep climbing up the all-time career points leaders here at MSU at all?
A little bit. I mean, I never even realized it at first until somebody mentioned it to me in the locker room. And they're like, "Hey, you're this far away." I was like, "Oh," and I just kind of think it's just like I said, each year I feel like we're getting better and better, and it's just good to see that progress as a team too, and just kind of reflecting that off of my growth for myself in my game as well.
When you look at your senior season, what's it going to take to really take this team to some some big levels?
hmm
Later on in the year.
I definitely think our main message is consistency. So our consistent grind in practice throughout the week, our consistency in games, not letting any valleys that we have get to be a plummeting valley. So just staying at that consistent level, but also just leaving everything we have on the floor. I mean, we have nothing to lose, so why wouldn't we just go out there and give our best every time?
Watching practice, it looks like very difficult
hmm
work. Can you share for our viewers just how much you guys really put in on the floor, and it almost seems like it might even be a little bit tougher than what
Yeah,
you see on those Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, so that's definitely what our main goal is. We want to hate going against each other in practice, be each other's biggest opponents and biggest pains in the butts. Basically, I like to guard Destiny a lot and kind of work on her a little bit, and she does the same to me. So it's good to have that competitive teammates, knowing that you guys can go hard in practice, get on the floor against them in practice, get up and down with them and challenge them, but also still be teammates at the end of it and not hold a grudge against them or anything.
Last question for you, Joey. I want to go back earlier in the year, that loss to Minnesota Duluth.
hmm
Do you think that really kind of reset this team a little bit? And just when you're kind of looking at the journey of the
For
season,
sure.
that could be another matchup that we
Oh
see
yeah,
later on.
yeah. I definitely think it was a wake up call for us too, because that was I think our third loss in a row. It was my first game back, and even I in the first half of the game I didn't really contribute much, and I remember coach was like, "Hey, we need Joey back. Come on, let's go." Kind of gave me a little pep to my step, and I was like, "Yeah, a little wake up call," and I definitely think that that was kind of the start of our we got to snap out of it before it gets in too much of a rut to get out of. So that was definitely a good wake up call for us for sure. And I think since then we've been a lot more consistent, a lot more ourselves.
Teams have seen this press for a while
hmm
now. How come nobody has seemed to be able to solve it?
I know it's different every year. So it's the same press, but I think we make fine tunes and different touches to it depending on because when we first started it, we were a little bit shorter, not as long. I think this is one of the most athletic teams that we've ever seen at Minnesota State. So just having that length that we have and the speed and the agility, we've been able to fine tune our press every year to make it a little different so that teams never really for surely get used to it.
A lot of fun to watch.
Yeah,
Thanks so
thank
much for
you.
joining me, Joey. We'll be right back after the break.